Soundstripe. Soundstripe.
What's going on, AEW wrestling fans? It's your boy Mike Jones back with another episode of the Dynamite Recap. This is for all the AEW All Elite Wrestling fans out there in the world. Guys, AEW is doing big things right now, especially with their Holiday Bash. Of course, we got the Continental Classic going on, and we had some Ricochet kind of giving us a little bit more of his annoying personality. But all in all, I think it was a pretty decent show tonight for AEW. But let's talk about it, folks. First and foremost, Dynamite opened with White and Cassidy having an interview with Renee Paquette backstage. When we went to the arena, Monet had made her way to the ring to defend the TBS title against Jay. The title holder offered a handshake, but it was just a roast to slap her. The CEO took the challenger down in a headlock, but Jay was far from done. You can see Jay looking more aggressive than usual, but Monet was her usual cocky self. This was a huge opportunity for Anna, but the champion was acting like it was just another Wednesday. This played out in a relatively predictable way. Jay put up a great fight and came close to winning a few times, but the CEO kept finding a way to stay in the match. They had a very competitive sequence before Monet hit the finisher to get the win and retain the title. This was a fun match that reminded us once again that Jay is a future champion. It had a couple of hiccups, but nothing too bad. Obviously, you know they are not taking that title off Mercedes Monet, but not anytime soon. It will probably be all out before she loses, I think. But anyways, like I said, pretty decent match, pretty decent way to kick it off. Um, Next up, we have Nick Wayne and Christian Cage versus Hook and Shatiba. Shatiba. And versus Hook and Shibata. I'm sorry. So MJF came to the ring and gave a promo about his upcoming match with Adam Cole. This segment was hilarious, guys. I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but it basically was like a poor children segment. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those infomercials late at night where they're like, feed hungry children and stuff like that. But MJF basically put Adam Cole on blast about how skinny he is, how he's like a little shrimp, and then basically, like I said, put up something on the screen of him looking like he was just like nothing but skin and bones. Obviously, this made the crowd pop, and then of course Adam Cole had to come out and attack MJF, uh, tricking him with a video to make him think he was backstage. So these two, their rivalry is heating up. Eventually, Adam Cole will be cleared, and they will wrestle. The next match saw Hook team up with Shibata to take on Wayne and Cage. Hook and Wayne began for their teams, and surprisingly, the latter scored the first takedown on the former FTW champion. The match was a steady pace and allowed all four competitors to look good at different times. Thanks to the interference from Kip Sabian and Shayna Wayne, Nick was able to get a surprising pin on Shibata to claim the win. So Cage and Wayne defeated Hook and Shibata. So this match is pretty decent. Like I said, it was pretty good. Shibata has pretty good chops. He made, like I said, in the shirt Cage wears muffled sound, but not entirely on those chops. And then Wayne trying to look like a tough guy against Shibata was the least convincing thing ever. Next up, we got Shelton Benjamin versus the Beast Mortals. But before that, Ricochet came out for an interview. But before he could say too much, the Hurt Syndicate joined him in the ring. MVP ripped up the business card he gave Ricochet while Lashley held him by the neck, but they let him leave the ring unharmed. Ricochet is finding his way in AEW. I don't know if you guys have realized this or not, but he's kind of leaning into this annoying heel persona that he's been doing. I don't know if you guys noticed with the little laugh and everything like that. But yeah, Ricochet is definitely leaning in to being this annoying heel Still can't cut a promo to save his life. Will he end up in this Hurt Syndicate? Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to see. But he's annoying either way. MVP ripped up the business card he gave Ricochet while Lashley held him by the neck. Benjamin stayed in the ring for his match against Mortis while Lashley went to the back and MVP joined the commentary table. The gold standard had control at first, but the Beast made a comeback and hit a few impressive moves. Um, but the match didn't really go that long. Benjamin and Mortis quickly found their groove and had the crowd chanting and cheering for everything they did. Ultimately, though, it was the Hurt Syndicate man that scored the win and earned 3 points in the Blue League. Um, a couple things to note: Benjamin suplexing Mortis like it was nothing was an impressive display of power. Mortis is really a great worker, but he seems to only be in the tournament to give other people points. So a shame, but we'll see what happens with that. Next match is Will Ospreay versus Darby Allin. This could feed AEW families for forever. Mark Briscoe and Daniel Garcia came out to defend Mortis from an attack by the Hurt Syndicate, but they were too quickly taken down by Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. RJ City interviewed Tony Storm as she continued to pretend she just debuted as the last few years of her career had not happened at all. Then we go back into the arena, which, by the way, y'all, Tony Storm is totally playing this role amazingly. Like, she has amnesia now. So, like I said, she can't really, she doesn't remember the fact that she's been in AEW. She doesn't remember the fact that this whole gimmick that she just started of was her original gimmick before Timeless Tony. So it's just it's pure cinema. She's doing some of her best work right now. Really enjoying what Tony Storm is bringing to the table. Go back into the arena. Osprey was out first for his C2 match against Darby Allin. Osprey isn't known as a powerhouse, but against a guy like Allen, he got a chance to work like one thanks to his significant size and strength advantage. Throughout the first segment of the break, Billy Goat dominated the match. Uh, this was an incredible display of ability from both men. They did so many difficult maneuvers with pinpoint precision, had the crowd going nuts with each move. Um, Osprey hit a Styles Clash from the apron to the floor that almost led to a to a count out. I'm sorry, but Allen beat it and made the comeback with a Scorpion Death Drop and two coffin drops for the pin and win. Can you believe it? Darby Allen actually beat Will Osprey. That is insane, but very good. Good for Darby Allin. He took amazingly stupid bumps in this match multiple times, like literally one bump where he hit his whole body, the back of his head and his body off of the side of the ring and bounced off of it and then hit the floor. I thought that was very neglectful, very stupid of him, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. The next match coming up, we have the Death Riders versus Orange Cassidy, Jay White, and Hangman Adam Page. Pac, John Moxley, and Wheeler Yuta stared Allen down after his match, but they stuck around since they were also slated to face Cassidy, Hangman, and Switchblade in the main event. Marina Shafir and Claudio Castagnoli were at ringside because the Death Riders were having an unfair advantage at all times. An angry Hangman told OC and White that he would start for their team, but when he saw it was Yuta starting, he tagged out to Cassidy because he only wanted to fight Moxley. OC went after his former friend immediately. This match played out exactly as expected. Team AEW wasn't able to stay on the same page, and the issue caused them to lose when Moxley rolled up OC while Hangman and Switchblade were arguing. The Arthritis kept the fight going after it was over, with while Shafir got Moxley to a safety of the crowd. The Death Riders defeated Cassidy, White, and Page. Listen, these guys got to get on the same page. This is almost like not necessarily an invasion angle, but this feels like to me like Mox is taking over and there's somebody above him, Shane McMahon, that is controlling what's happening in this new era that's about to happen in AEW in 2025 when they hit things off with a bang. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with that. But yeah, like I said, it was also a pretty pretty good match. Altogether, I would give the show probably a B. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst either. But during the show, there was a vignette that played that's been going all over social media too. And this was the biggest and best news, guys. Kenny Omega is on his way back to AEW. And I think that is huge for the company. That's also huge for Team AEW because I do believe that he will potentially end up helping them as well and hopefully bringing that team back together. So he'll have some business to do with the Death Riders. So I also have to go and get the EVPs as well, the evil EVPs as well. Kenny Omega coming back to AEW is going to do nothing but be a ratings boost and be an opportunity for more people to want to watch the show and give them more star power. So I'm excited about it. Hope you guys are excited about it. It was a good Holiday Bash show. Once again, a B for me, if you ask me how the show rated this week. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you do us a favor, like, share, subscribe to pod. Again, AEW Dynamite Review Show. Appreciate you guys. It's your boy Virgil. Keep those book and pistols sharp. Keep on booking.